What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV. In this video, we're going to talk about the Galaxy Z Fold 4 and how it is wider than the Galaxy Z Fold 3 and something that you should definitely take into consideration for the phone. This isn't going to be an ultra long video, but it's going to be a video that's going to make you think for sure. So if you're new to the Galaxy Z Fold line, or you're not, you know, or hopefully you do know, that this phone generally, at least when it's wide open, is not a one-handed device. You can make it a one-handed device, but generally it's not a one-handed device. I mean, I really have to stretch out my hand out pretty far in order to hold it, and I'll be honest, it's not very comfortable. So I think when most people use it, they're gonna hold it with two hands and be able to, you know, run around the screen with their thumbs, maybe even reach up with their index fingers. But ultimately, you wouldn't really call this a one-handed device. Now, when it's closed and you're using the smaller screen, yeah, okay, I can see that. It is a one-handed device. And I think that's the allure of the Z Foldable line, is that you can make it a one-handed, smaller, almost regular phone device, or you can open it up and have it be this ultra large screen that you can use two hands or really stretch your hand out. Or if you have really big hands, then hey, you're like, damn, this is easy, no big deal, Greg. But ultimately, it is a two-handed device. And now that you factor in that the Z Fold 4 is going to be wider in two areas, it's going to be wider here, at least the display will, but it won't have as much of this part over here. It won't have as much hinge sticking out. And then you have the bigger, wider, or just wider, I should say, wider inside display, the big one. And when you factor those things in, you're gonna be holding more of the phone, and you're gonna need something to hold it or help you hold it with. And that really comes into play. And I say it every year, I put it as one of my best accessories to get. And you don't have to get a PopSocket, but first of all, get yourself a case. Get a really nice case, and a case that can ultimately take a PopSocket or some kind of phone grip so that you can hold the phone. Because when you have a phone grip, and again, it does not have to be a PopSocket. There's others out there. I'll list some in the links down below that you could potentially get and that would work with the device. Holding it, look at, I'm just squeezing the PopSocket between my fingers and I'm able to hold it. And also when it's open, I can do the same thing. And that's how I use it. I never hold my Z Fold 3, and Z Fold 4 will be no different, with one hand. It's gonna be easy to hold with one hand, and it comes in so handy with these devices because they're crazy. And I know some people are gonna be turned off, especially probably the guys, like, I don't want a PopSocket, I don't want a grip, girls use those. Whatever your reasoning is, once you go this route of putting some kind of phone grip on the back, it just makes using these types of devices that much more enjoyable. Because I'll be honest with you, if I didn't have some kind of phone grip on here, I don't know if I would personally ever use a phone this large, because it's so big and it can be unwieldy and uncomfortable, and you might not want to use it as much. But when you get a cool accessory like something like that, it makes it more enjoyable. At least in my eyes, I think a lot of other people would probably fall into that same boat as well. Maybe you don't want any, maybe you like using two hands with your phone, and then that makes this video mute for you. But ultimately, look into getting some kind of phone grip. Like I said, I'll link a couple down below, and the phone's gonna be wider now, so it's gonna make it a little bit more uncomfortable to hold. It'll be easier to reach towards the top because it's shorter, but it's gonna be wider. So take that into consideration. If you do use a phone grip, which phone grip do you use? And if it's a PopSocket, let us know what color and all that in the comments down below. I'll also put some accessories if you do get a PopSocket. There's these little sticky things. That way you can always use the same PopSocket and you never have to replace it. You can always just, you know, take it off, stick it again. You have these little sticky things. Have a great day. We'll see you down the road. Peace.